Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In between episodes there has been a large faction in the comments building asking me to give Cassia a certain talent. Well, I went and had a look at that talent and I agree, it seems pretty good. So if we go to her archetypes here, go into talents, go all the way down here, you will see that we have one called Mastery over Time. Whenever a creature in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains a stacking +5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. This is obviously good for her, because every single round in combat, she is giving somebody another turn currently. If we have J, then we get 2 shots of this. Every time someone does a heroic act, she gets an extra turn. So just on our side, she would be gaining tons of willpower every turn. That's not all, however. This includes whenever a creature in combat gains an extra turn. So if the enemies start getting extra turns, this is actually going to give us even more willpower, which is then going to make us even stronger, which is great. Now currently, we don't have a great use for it. Like, willpower by itself is quite good. It gives us resistance to negative mental effects and psychic powers, but it doesn't really do very much. If we have a look at our features, it makes Lidless Stare better, which is a +1 scaling, so every time we get 1 willpower bonus, which is every time we get to a multiple of 10 here, we get 1 onto Lidless Stare, which is nice, but not insane. We get that. This uses their willpower, right? Willpower resistance tests, just to double check. Yeah, I think that uses their willpower, so that's the thing that we would get defense from. So yeah, so it's 13 to 16 right now. Let's say after 3 or 4 turns, it could be like 16 to 20. Or sorry, 16 to 19. It's not insane, but it's pretty good. This one scales a lot better. Glimpse of Fate. This one is every one of those 10 that we get here. We get 5 onto this, which actually starts scaling very well. That gets 5 to hit chance, 5 to dodge, 5 to resistance on next resistance tests. This is very, very good, and if we get that stacking up, we can give our allies some quite severe bonuses, which is nice. But these aren't the reason why we would be getting it. The reason why we would be getting it is actually for what happens on the next level. So on the next level, we could take more Navigator abilities, such as Mend Reality, which allows us to lower Veil Degradation by our willpower bonus, which means that we can keep Veil Degradation low, which then means that someone like Heinrichs has no chance of bad stuff happening when he uses his psychic powers, and we can start going a little bit more insane on that. That's great. It also then gives us Deflection, which is this value right here, against any warp damage and damage from psychic powers until the end of the Navigator's next turn for all allies. That's pretty good. That is a significant amount of damage off, like if we happen to be facing those damage types, which I assume may come up more as we go in, because warp damage is likely going to be done by demons and psychers. Damage from psychic powers will be done by psychers, and those are the kind of things that we're going to be seeing a lot more of. So this is the kind of reason why we want to stack up a willpower, is because the Navigator abilities scale off of it, and given that we have an extra AP, it's actually giving us more reason to have Navigator abilities, because it's something else we can do in our turn. We can give somebody else another turn, and then do something like by ourselves as Cassia. I think that is pretty beneficial for us. So, that's what was discussed in the comments. There was one other thing I did, talking of this 1 extra AP, because I looked at it and I thought, yeah, we do have 1 extra AP, and we always end turn with an extra AP. So, what I have done is I have changed her secondary weapon to the sniper rifle. I know I said I didn't want to do it, because by doing this, I'm effectively have 3 characters with a very similar build in terms of their weapons, but this sniper rifle has a huge advantage over her arc rifle. The arc rifle can only be used if we have 2 AP. This can be used if we have 1 AP, and it comes with additional hit chance, so the fact that she's god-awful with her ballistic skill doesn't matter, because she gets 20% extra chance to hit, so it gives her something else to do if we happen to have some extra AP at the end of the turn. Shouldn't come up that often, but, you know, it's still nice. Wait, does this one... No, this one scares off... yeah, perception. Never mind. I was going to say, does this one scale off of willpower? Not in the slightest. Cool. Anyway. Oh, wait. Also, this one. Allies targeted by navigator powers gain a +7 to all characteristics. Oh, yeah. So if we got that plus mend reality, we effectively give a +7 to all characteristics every turn while lowering veil degradation and giving us a deflection against things. Yeah. I can see how this all stacks together. Anyway. That's pretty cool. But what is also pretty cool is that we are going to a story planet. We're going to somewhere we actually have quests. So, let's go. Oh, the void ship from last time is gone. So we actually did destroy it. It just needed us to come in and out of the screen to get it to wipe. Cool. Right. Let's head through here. And back to the main map. Are we meant to have 11 navigators in sight? Did I mention this last time? I can't remember. Yeah, it seems like we have too much, because did I not use a whole bunch of it? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, we're going to go to Telecos Epsilon, and we're just going to travel there. I'm not going to make it safe. We'll just travel unsafe. That's fine. Nothing happened. Okay, chart new routes. We're now at 12. Okay, let's visit. Alright, this seems to be going quite well so far. Lord Captain, according to the telemetry, the parameters of the system match those of the Telecos Epsilon, home to the agri-world Janus that belongs to the von Valancius dynasty. We have received a Vox message from the planet. The agri-world's governor officially welcomes the rogue trader and reports that she has begun preparations for a formal reception to celebrate the arrival of the planet's sovereign. Your subjects are looking forward to your visit. Okay, cool. Let's go here. It's weird that we have to scan planets that are in a system that we have a planet in. You would have thought that we would have done this at some point, but I don't know. Whatever, for gameplay reasons we don't need to worry about it. Not explored? Alright. I got some trophies. Awesome. Head over here. All the way over here. Let's have a look at this planet. Right. Scan. We got some plasteel. Lady Theodora loved frozen worlds. I never did discover the reason why, but the Lord Captain never missed an opportunity to visit such a planet, even on the slightest pretext. Well, cool little bit of background. I wonder if that's going to lead into anything. Like maybe something's on a frozen world, or she was looking for something, and it wasn't just like that she loved them. Okay. Janus. Alright. Governor Vat's estate. I guess we'll go. Alright. We need to pick a team. Now, I'm just looking at our team here and trying to figure out reasons why I would take them. So Abelard is obvious. Abelard is basically, one, our guide, and it makes a lot of sense for him to specifically come to worlds of the von Valancius dynasty, because he was obviously part of Lady Theodora's group. He's basically been running a lot of the dynasty. It makes sense for him to be involved more than on any other planet. It makes sense for Abelard to be here. So Abelard makes sense. No particular reason for Argenta. We're not expecting that we're going to run into like non-stop combat on this planet, because in theory it's, you know, our planet is a secure planet. Cassia, I think, makes sense, because she's going to basically be like a noble link, if that makes sense. Like, we're going to a governor's place, she is a noble. It kind of makes sense that if we feel like this is going to be a more settled down planet with a more structured kind of setup, that Cassia would come with us. It just seems correct there. Idira, I don't think is really somebody we want to bring. We would want to bring her, I think, to a planet that's a little bit more chaotic. I don't mean that just in the sense that it has more chaos on it, but what I mean is that I think that she'd be more useful on a less structured planet. Like, the planet that we have a heresy on, I forget what it's called, the one that we've got a quest to go to. That one, definitely bring Adira. That seems correct. If we think that there's going to be weird, warpy, psychic-y things, take Adira. Otherwise, I don't think that she's going to necessarily need to come with us. Pascal, currently the only person who knows anything about tech. So unless we're like, this planet has 0 tech on it, we should bring Pascal, although even then you would think he might have interesting stuff to say. I just don't see, like, there's no equivalent in our party to him currently. Heinrichs, I think we should take to any planet that we think has civilization, because his kind of thing is, you know, seeking out heresy, seeking out the behind-the-scenes stuff that people want hidden. He is an Inquisitor. It makes sense that we would take him to a planet like this. So, I'm thinking just off the top of my head, like maybe something like that. And then I'm also thinking taking Jay. Jay, again, is kind of like a noble. She is very similar to Cassie in terms of where we would take her. But she's also, like, currently our negotiator for certain things. I think that Jay could be good. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to go with. I think Argenta, we want to take, like, if we're going to clear out, like, a Space Hulk like we did previously, you take Argenta. She clears that place out. If we're going somewhere religious and holy, you take Argenta. If you're just going to, effectively, a farm, we're not going to take Argenta. I think Adira as well, you're kind of looking for the seedy underbelly of the world, rather than taking her to the, what should be bright and cheerful parts of the world, although, I mean, we're obviously talking on a sliding scale, because this is 40k. There aren't really any bright and cheerful places, but you get what I'm meaning. We want to take her to places like Footfall would be ideal. So, yeah, I think this is our party. I think that works for us. Let's see how this goes. I'm also deliberately trying to find reasons to take people out of our party, not just so we can have some variety, but so that I can let other characters have a chance to be like, no, you should bring me along. This is the reason you should bring me along. Like, at some point we are going to have to try and find a reason not to bring Abelard, just so we can see how the party functions without him. Although I suspect he might be a permanent addition to the party at this point. Anyway, let's go. We have our group. And, yeah, we'll see how this group does. Governor Vat's estate. Looks very bright and cheerful here, actually. You know, you got these colourful birds, you got some palm trees. Are those even palm trees? They're not really, but anyway. You got some nice looking trees, you know. In terms of 40k, this is quite a nice place. That sniper doesn't look like standard tech. That sniper looks a lot like the Eldar tech that we have. Huh. Okay. Anyway. A lavishly dressed noblewoman in an opulent silk gown watches you with an expectant air, but then gracefully bows her head. Gem-encrusted implants protrude from her arms and neck. I welcome you on behalf of the noble house Vat Ab Aram. My name is Vistenza Janus Vat Ab Aram af Koronus. By the grace of the Emperor and the will of the rogue trader Theodora von Valancius, I serve as planetary governor and imperial commander-in-chief of this world. Vistenza Vat raises her head slightly. Vistenza Vat turns to Abelard. And greetings to you, noble Versarian. It has been years since your last visit to Janus. I am glad to see you again. It is a good sign when a rogue trader seneschal does not visit a subject planet for a long time. Isn't that correct, Lady Vat? It means the governor is taking care of all matters, and there is no need for the seneschal to interfere. Vistenza lets out a musical laugh. Haha, I hear praise in those words, and I thank you for them. She turns once again to you. In truth, your arrival in the place of the esteemed Lady von Valancius is quite unexpected. Okay. So we can go, admit you are awed to behold such an illustrious figure whose fame is spread as far as the backwater that is the Koronus Expanse. Theodora von Valancius is dead. I am now head of the dynasty. I hope my coming in Theodora's stead does not disappointed you too much, or is finished with the pleasantries and move on to the purpose of my visit. I feel like this one's too dismissive. I feel like this one's too bragging, which kind of leaves us in the middle of these two. I think this one's a little bit cold, like the I am now head of the dynasty. I think you could read that a lot worse than it is. But I think that this one, I kind of know what it's saying. I think the problem with this one is I don't know what tone it's being said in. So let's go 3. I hope my coming in Theodora's stead has not disappointed you too much. Not in the least, your lordship. On the contrary, I'm delighted after all these years to once again welcome to my world.
For Janus!
Oh. Well, might not be standard issue, but she's a good shot. Turns out there is fighting on this world. I, for one, am shocked.
You will beg for mercy,
okay.
but I will grant none. Give me strength.
So it's us, Cassia, loads of other people, then, yeah, them. Oh, we can't even move because it's an ambush. Okay. Oh, also, this is the DLC. This is the Founders Pack thing. I just saw it there, the cherub. So I guess it appeared on the first planet where we'd be, like, officially introducing ourselves. I don't know. I'm not sold on it, but anyway. Let's start the battle. So who goes first? So it's you, followed by you. Then the warden, then it goes you, you, you. Okay. I'd like to try and make us an area over here. So maybe let's go front line here. Cool. Back line. Does it do anything to enemies? No. Okay, I'm going to actually put back line here. I'm going to put rear here.
My gut tells me it's
I would like to put
idea.
it like... I don't know why it's not letting me, but I'd like to put it like this. Okay. I would love to be able to rotate these. I don't know why you can't. It's kind of annoying.
Stand for it. It's as good as done.
That was not where I wanted to put it, but oh well. We've done it now. So you're going to head here. Oh, what have we got, by the way? Stronghold. Allies in that area gain 8% armor, cannot be overpenetrated, and gain immunity to the prone effect, 2 deflection against area attacks. Do not suffer injuries for receiving damage. Maybe I should have stuck the front line on here. But we'll do that here.
Let's make some opportunities.
Because that's free. Then I kind of just want to shoot in a line. It's only 90% we've got here. Let's maybe do perfect shot, which increases our ballistic skill. Now 95%. Now you're going to put on some extra stacks, which will increase our damage even further. Then we're going to use Surefire Plan, which will increase our damage even further. Then we're going to shoot in a line here.
On it.
We didn't hit the second one, but still, lots of damage. And then I'm going to do this, which is going to give everybody more damage. If they can hit an exploit, which they should be able to. Right, Cassia. I could also try and hit this person. Let me just have a look at this, and just in theory. So if I went to hit you, actually high chance I kill. Okay, so let's maybe cancel this. Let's... Who goes second? So it goes you afterwards. So yeah, maybe want to put Abelard in here just to cover off these guys. So let's maybe go for this.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Then give Abelard his turn.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
He can then charge over... Oh, he can't reach. I guess he's going to head here then. Okay, that's fine. At least he did some damage. End turn. We're then going to go here and attack like that.
Battlefields are always drowned in
that still
scarlet.
kind of works. Nice. Okay. And then I have an extra AP, which I'm going to spend using Glimpse of Fate on... Jay or Heinrichs? Let's put it on Heinrichs because Jay has a little bit of temporary health.
If I may.
Just to try and give him a little extra dodge. Okay, that also gave him temporary health, which is nice. Okay. And that seems fine. Okay, he shot Abelard, but he took barely any damage. Okay, you hit them, but did basically no damage. Nice dodge. That's a kill.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Abelard, here, charge.
A tactically sound approach. I took care of this one.
Okay. Hit him. Nice. What's happening? I don't know, the camera changed, but nothing has happened. Oh. Oh, they broke through a wall. Oh. And then one of them got shot. Alright, well, he's still his turn. Honestly, like, call me crazy. Daring breach.
For Von Valencius.
He then gets a ton of movement, and we just move him right up here, and we got start going crazy. Like something like this.
My place is at the fore.
Okay.
Target well struck.
Do that again if we want to.
It will be done.
Okay, and then daring breach just to make him tougher to kill. Yeah, and then
I
actually
will
I'll give
do my
him.
duty.
Oh, sorry, bulwark. Why did I be daring? I've said daring breach, but like, I even know where that name came from. I must have mixed things together, or maybe I read some. Oh no, that was daring breach. I see. Yeah, that was the heroic one. Yeah, I meant to use bulwark, and then I used brace for impact, which gives us extra deflection. Cool. And then if these guys try and run, he kills them. Perfect. Cassia gets a turn because he killed... Oh no, because of the heroic act. That's why she gets another turn. Now we can give Pascal some extra stats.
Isn't this a job for the
We'll also
serfs?
give him some temporary hit points as well, which is one of the main reasons for doing it. Then I could inspire someone, but I'm actually instead just going to do this
I am a
onto Jay.
navigator, not a servitor.
Give her some extra dodge and stuff, and I think that seems good. There you go. Told you get a kill there. Harry's up the top. Okay, this is fine. You hit the warden. That's not ideal. You hit the warden. Again, not ideal. He's
Just
still
a
tanky.
minor setback.
Where you going? Shooting the warden? Oh, you didn't hit him.
One
Perfect.
fewer
Another
target.
kill. We could do Word of the Emperor and try and get some stacks going here. I don't even know if we need to. I think what we need to do is go around the back here and then maybe do a killing edge.
Everyone, step aside.
Just for a little extra damage. Maybe we should have charged then done that. Possibly. Can I charge to the other side of him? Absolutely no way that's going to happen. Okay. Could Toxic Needle. That probably won't kill. I think I just endure. I actually should have done more before he moved. In hindsight, but that's fine. Right. I think you're done for because if you try and run, he kills you anyway. So let's run Pascal up here and shoot an AoE down on the ground like this.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Okay. Followed by a little AoE.
I venerate you, machine
Oops. I think I just killed our ally. I didn't think I was going to hit him. Distinct oops there. And then I'll put some stacks onto like this one just because I can. Okay. Jay? See here. In there. Who do I not have voice of command? I guess I don't have voice of command on Cassia. Yeah, so let's go here, voice of command
I can do
Cassia
that with the right
for
incentive.
extra stats. Then we will give Pascal another turn. He will then go crazy and attack. Yep.
Running binary combat is an equation.
Nice.
Your life is a negligible variable.
We now have the ability to give someone an entire extra turn, which we give to
Wanna see a
Abelard.
trick?
Abelard then attacks. Nice. Could charge out of that.
It
Sure.
will be done.
And oh, he parried while charging.
I took care of this
It's
one.
another dead one. We're then going to taunt
At your beck and call.
and
It will be
endure. Okay. Jay still has a turn left. Gonna shoot you in the head.
Don't get too cocky.
Might use this as well, actually. Let's use press the advantage. You want to use finish the job as well? Yeah, okay. Oh wait, this doesn't attack to the... this doesn't count towards attacks per turn. So
I
maybe
can
shoot
do
that one.
with the right intent. Never cross a Kazbalikan.
Okay, then press the advantage. Then shoot.
Don't get too cocky.
Okay, you're probably gonna die at the end of your turn. It's okay. Abelard parries. Alright, our turn. Run over here. Move front line to here.
I'll make it happen.
Okay. Take a shot. Well, let's actually increase the damage that we're going to do. Well, we're going to put stacks on the one that we can see. Or that's in range, I guess. Oh, I should also put Stronghold Stratagem on here. Because it's free. Then... let's
I'll see
Surefire
to it
plan for
personally.
increased damage. Then shoot.
I'll make it happen.
Nice. 2 AP. Let's maybe do Overwhelming Stratagem here, even though it probably doesn't matter. And then
It's
increase
as
other
good as
people's
done.
damage. Cool. Right, Cassia. Ignore that one for now. Move up. And then, can you give him another turn? You can. Wonderful.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Okay. Could just charge in at the next one, I suppose. But I think I'm just gonna attack. There we go.
I will do like reduce to dust.
Nice. And then
It will be
maybe...
done.
Yeah, Bulwark there. Cool. I can give Jay a Voice of Command, which then increases her stats. I don't know. I could also inspire her, I suppose. Sure,
I'm
she'll
not
do a lot of
accustomed
attacks
to being
next turn.
ordered
Let's
around.
inspire her, and then I'm gonna give Pascal
may?
some bonuses. Cool, that'll do. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're no fun.
One died of poison. Then we actually dodged with Pascal. So our extra dodge worked. That's a kill. Yeah, he didn't dodge the second shot, but still. Wait. How about here and then run? There we go.
Indeed.
I should have sworn enemied.
Grey hair
Oh well.
sure had.
That's fine. I can still sword enemy now. Then attack.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target.
Perfect. Then probably
beck and
endure. Cool. What does he have here? Like, what was he got till the end of... I don't think this still applies. No. I was just seeing here because it says it's permanent boost, and I was trying to figure out what it was. No, I don't think this actually has any. This shouldn't be doing anything. In theory, although we were able to attack again. Maybe we're able to attack without limit from now on. I don't know. Maybe that was a bonus I took. I don't remember it though. Which probably means that either it's bugged or I got it wrong. Yeah, the staring
Someone's
breach.
death wish is mine to grant.
Maybe on this. Maybe I should have done something first, but that's fine. No line of sight to target. No line of sight to target. Actually, go here. Then buff yourself. Okay, just go
I need a
here.
foothold.
Then we'll work it out.
Let's see to it.
Buff yourself. Charge.
For the Thrones Group, the Inquisition sends
Okay.
their regards.
Then attack.
Let's see to it.
Then
I
attack.
won't object to it.
Probably could have done that better, but still. It's okay.
Request approved.
And shoot. Alright. Cool. That'll do. J. Round the corner. And then press the advantage.
Tell me, and it is done.
Let's do one of these, which shouldn't count towards my attacks this turn. Didn't even hit. Wow. Okay. Shoot.
Am I getting paid for this?
Okay.
You've got a problem? I've got a prize.
Hey, we hit. It only took a long time, but we actually hit. Right, then we give him another turn. And we kill. Wonderful. Right, then do a little endure to increase our temporary wounds. Then that's Jay's turn. Then we kill him.
I'll see to it personally.
Alright, then we perfect
I'll
shot.
make it happen.
Give ourselves a buff. Then we voice of
If
command.
only that were possible.
Then we voice of
Be
command.
careful not to cross my gaze.
Then we give you another turn. Now you've got increased stats. Then you take another shot. Okay. I mean, that was 95%, but whatever. Okay. I mean, this is fine, I guess. Kill?
It will be done.
I think he was doing the parry animations there. That's kind of weird. Your lordship, Emperor preserve us. Are you alright? Do not fret, layperson. We have grown used to outrageous slovenness among the wardens of every world we visit. Pascal's vox, quiet at first, is booming with fury by the end of his remark. Pale Grayness is strangling this peasant like a noose. His words are laden with fear for our well-being, and yet he fears for his own even more. Where did Governor Vat go? The governor is safe, protected by walls and wardens. Please follow me and I'll escort you to her personally. I'm a little worried we won't get loot, but fine, lead on. Okay, we're not going to kill him for that. Seem a little over the top, especially as we don't even know if it was his fault. In fact, we don't even really know what was going on at all. Right. And now
Keep
we are...
your wits about you.
Okay. Upon seeing you, the guard at the door lets out a frightened yelp and doubles over into a low bow. Your lordship, the most honourable Malachi von Valancius, the governor is awaiting you in her office, where she is protected by walls and guards. Would you prefer to meet with her alone or with your entourage? I guess with my entourage? Sure. And we're going right in. Okay then. It's kind of a weird protective bubble around her. At least that's what I assume it is. Huh. Okay. Vistenza, Janus, Vat Ab Aram Af Koronus is furiously swiping at a data slate, issuing commands into a gilded vox. Upon seeing you, she hurriedly puts away her devices, smooths her skirt, and drops into a deep curtsy. Your lordship, accept my abject apologies for the reprehensible stunt that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmares, I never could have imagined. I think we're just going to say that I'm not offended. Yeah, we'll go with number 4. I'm not offended here. We'll just try and calm her down. Thank you, your lordship. Believe me, I am infinitely sorry that the troubles of Janus have reached us even here, the most protected place on Janus. The companion standing next to Vistenza respectfully bows her head. She is doggedly trying not to turn her head towards you, but it's obvious she is watching you through her lowered lashes. One of your wardens helped us in battle, a superb shot. Who was it? You must be referring to Erlet, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I have turned a blind eye to her horrific mutations given the undoubted advantages she brings. You see, Erlet comes from the local degenerate stock of this world and knows Janus like the back of her hand, so she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although, I admit that at times I am tempted to send her away from the estate. Her unnaturalness means that speaking with her always leaves me feeling uneasy, such a gaunt, unfeminine figure, and so tall. Heinrich's expression shifts. Did I hear you correctly, Governor Vat? You have a mysterious mutant on your estate at this very moment. One of prestigious height, slight build, and with a supernatural talent for shooting. Did the arrival of this helper never give you pause for thought? Allow me to make myself clear. To refuse Erlet's help in our circumstances would have been incredibly rash. Yes, mutants are creatures abhorrent to the Emperor and they should be exterminated, but sometimes humanity makes exceptions for those who can serve the Imperium. I am not concerned that your aide is a mutant. I am far more concerned that she may be nothing of the sort. Oh, maybe it was an Eldar weapon. Heinrichs turns to you. Malachi, I would like to meet this helper of Governor Vat's without delay, out of professional interest. If you wish to speak to Erlet, you will find her outside in the orangery, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from others. Okay. What's happening on the planet? Several months ago, uprisings broke out on Janus. I was not even notified at first. Griping worms are for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned of what was happening after the miscreants began targeting noble families. Vistenza shakes her head. And then it became apparent that what the Administratum's accounts had referred to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and society leaders. They have already brought 13 agricult complexes to a halt and have now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but their leaders are slipping from our grasp yet again. Can Janus fulfill its foodstuff supplies under the current conditions? I risk angering you, your lordship, but this is nothing compared to shamelessly deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics experts of the Administratum are unable to guarantee stable tides when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceport, and the terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. Until the usual order of things is restored on Janus, any trade is nigh impossible. Okay, so clear up the thing on the planet and you can get what you want. Standard RPG fare, but I love the way that she started this. That is so good at a way, like, that's a fantastic way at disarming somebody, like, completely. Just like, okay, I know you might be angry, but it's much better than me deceiving you. It's already saying I'm doing the better thing. I'm actively helping you by telling you that I messed up. You know? I'm actively telling you I lost control of the planet, which is better than me not telling you. It's such a weird way of phrasing it, but it does kind of work, doesn't it? Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Janus does not have its own fleet. We could organize a planet-wide search if we had ships at our disposal. Ships like yours, your lordship. Perhaps you will find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have the ground forces and ship's crew work together to hunt down the enemy. I'm not interested in excuses. You want me to go off and catch some rebels for you. I promise you I'll hunt down the seeds of rebellion. I'll get to the bottom of this. If there are no competent people found on Janus, I'll handle this myself. I'll track down the elusive fugitives myself. As for you, Vistenza, you'll not be permitted to fail again. I'm removing you from your post and placing you under arrest. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm not going to go that far, but I'm also not going to be like, I will hunt down the seeds of rebellion. I'm looking for a more neutral response. I think what I will say is, I think I'll ask it with a question. You want me to go off and catch some rebels for you? Just make it sound less like a statement of what we're going to do and more like a, you really need us to go catch some rebels? Not quite, your lordship. My wardens are crushing the lowly saboteurs across the planet relentlessly. Malachi, but it will be for naught unless their nests are destroyed. Someone is controlling the riffraff who are perishing in thoughtless escapades such as the one we witnessed today, and that someone could be hiding anywhere. You have resources and capabilities at your disposal, the likes of which I could never hope to possess. Your ship alone is an unequaled asset for tracking down criminals beyond the borders of my influence. Stop talking about my ship. Mainly because it makes me think that you want to steal it. Well, I guess with this one, what I'm going to say is, I will get to the bottom of this. I'm sure the rebels will have something to say to the master of their world. Vistenza inclines her head. I am immeasurably grateful for your assistance, your lordship. If any of those who attacked the estate had survived, then perhaps they could have been a valuable source of information. But you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. Vistenza glances at the Vox. Incidentally, I did overhear the wardens talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Besides that, we still do not know who let those reprobates into the estate. The person who did it might also know something. I, as well as my retinue, are at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak and removing all traces of the attack from the estate. An esteemed Magos, who is responsible for agronomic efforts on the planet, is also here. He happened to be visiting this week to deliver his personal report. And of course there is my aide in the war against the rebels, Urlet. I have no doubt she'll be delighted to share her knowledge of Janus with your lordship. Okay. Who's that standing next to you? One of my ladies in waiting, Amelia. Amelia performs secretarial duties and helps me remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for the productivity and prosperity of Janus. I trust my advisors implicitly, and over time Amelia has become not merely a faithful companion, but almost my shadow. Losing her would be like losing my right hand. Haha. Vistenza laughs and gives Amelia an encouraging nod. Amelia drops into a low curtsy. To bathe in the light of your greatness is a true honor, rogue trader. Tell me about Janus. Vistenza leans forward. Janus is a remarkable world, both in terms of its vast potential and in terms of the work that was carried out to transform it into an agro-world. House Vat has ruled on Janus for many generations, and each new governor has without fail contributed to the planet's taming. This world was once a wild planet full of xenobeasts and utterly unsuitable for growing anything. To this day, despite our best efforts, Janus regularly rebels against us. Earthquakes, tsunamis, the emergence of new pests and weeds that invade the arable land. Sometimes I cannot help but think that this world is endowed with consciousness, the consciousness of a capricious and stubborn child who likes to spoil everything we've achieved. What do you grow on Janus? Mainly Helican flint corn and red turnip. Apart from that, in the southern hemisphere we have set aside vast tracts of land for the Grox population. Grox? A large semi-domesticated reptile. Grox are most commonly bred as livestock or used as beasts of burden. And of course I cannot fail to mention the several thousand acres of tilled land given over to cultivating fermentable fruit, for personal use and limited export. I'm going to say 4, even though it's phrased weirdly, I think it will come out okay. Even for an agri-world in the back of the beyond, this place is a real dump. What do you do here for fun when you have free time, that is? If you are asking about those of our circle, let me assure you there are enough noble families on world to keep boredom at bay. I frequently host guests, your lordship, and my servants arrange suitable entertainments from parlor concerts to private executions of traitors who break imperial law. I have never enjoyed such entertainments before. Cassia gives you a hopeful look, then casts her eyes down bashfully. It is a terrible shame we do not have time for parlor concerts. I grow quite tired of displays of bloodshed. It is the same scene practically every time we sit down somewhere. Well, that's true. When we are back on the footfall, remind me, my crown-bearing and ballad-featured beauty, to take you to a concert of sorts at a certain parlor, with private dances and heady wines. Okay. Footfall Station is on the verge of starvation. Can Janus supply the people there with provisions? Yes and no, your lordship. If the question is, can such expansive and fertile world as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course it can. We lose more provisions but to gnawing pests every cycle than those on Footfall could eat in their entire lives. But can we ship and said provisions to Footfall? Not a chance. Any cargo shuttle that leaves the surface will be a target for an attack. The rebels will not hesitate to bring it down, sending flaming debris over our capital. Our silos could become targets for sabotage, food could be poisoned or mined. Logistics of transporting supplies to Footfall will only be possible once the uprising has been completely crushed. It is embarrassing to admit that even Vladam, may the Azai take that man, is doing better at his job as liege of Footfall than Lady Vat is at keeping her world in check. Okay, well, I guess I'll leave. Okay. Cool. So we effectively got the clear out the rebels, and then you're able to do whatever you want to do on this planet, right? Clear out the rebels, and you can complete your quests that require you to get food from this planet somewhere else. Cool. Now, the cherub, I'm going to unequip it. It's kind of bugging me. It only disappeared, by the way, because I did that. It is here. Oh, there's the other one. There's the Herald Servo Skull. So if we want the normal one, then we can do that. I don't think I need either of them following me right now, but cool. That's that. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.